must accomplish. Do not forget you can watch River State News online on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Welcome. This is the news on River State Television. My name is Awuwele Parker. River State Governor Simeon Fubara has signed a memorandum of understanding for the development of 20,000 units of affordable houses in the state. This, he said, is to tackle some of the problems faced by low-income earners in accessing affordable housing. Tamno Barabi Ibilibo reports that the contract signing events took place at the Government House in Port Harcourt. His report.
Two separate memoranda of understanding were signed. The first was for the development of Rstv City Housing Project, with the Rivers State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, signing for the state government, while the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Mustafa Injay, signed for TAF Africa Global. That contract will ensure the provision of 20,000 housing units. The second memorandum is for the development of a central spare part market, and the Rivers State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, signed for the state government, while the Chief Executive Officer, Oko Jeff, and Engineer Charles signed for Kosh Project Limited. Governor Fubara said already, people knew the mantra of his administration, which is consolidation and continuity, but they also need to understand that it included expanding on the existing structure of the current city status.
One of our greatest problems is housing. Housing for the low-income earners. Our vision is to provide housing for those level of people. What we've done is to give our people hope. We will do everything within our power, not just signing the MOU, but ensuring that we give all the necessary support to these two investors to make sure that we see significant imprint of what we have just done.
Governor Fubara also explained that during the electioneering campaigns, when the support of Ikoku traders were solicited, he promised to develop a modern market that will foster their business activities.
By the time the spare parts market starts up, we'll have a central place where businesses that has to do with vehicles, repair, sales, and whatever it is you want to call those associated things that have to do with vehicles repair, will have a market for it. And not just a market, it also brings a level of development within that axis.
Speaking for TAF Africa Global, Mr. Mustafa Injay said a subsidiary of his company called Pricewise Home Nigeria Limited will develop 20,000 housing units in phases on the 1,000 hectares of land, and thanks Governor Fubara for the confidence reposed in them to handle the project. On his part, the Chief Executive Officer of Kosh Project Limited, Mr. Oko Jeff, said they are committed to deliver a central spare part market that will ease trading activities for spare part traders. Tamuno Barabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Again, Governor Fubara has assured that every promise that was made during the campaigns to make life better for all residents of River State will be fulfilled. Governor Fubara gave the assurance at the funeral reception in honor of late King Nelson Atubo Oputibeya, the 11th Amayanabo of Koniju Town in Okrika local government area, who died at the age of 92. More on this and other reports will be brought to you in our bulletin tomorrow. As part of measures to utilize non-kinetic approach to tackle criminality in communities in River State, the 29 Battalion 6th Division Nigerian Army, Port Harcourt, has distributed exercise box and food items to communities in the Eleme local government area of the state. Justice Ihua was on the entourage and filed in this report.
Distributing the materials at Community Secondary School, Ebubu, Eleme local government area of Rivers State. The Commander 29 Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Ishaya Amanga, said the exercise was in line with the vision of Chief of Army Staff Tuaren Labaja to promote civil-military relationship. According to him, using the non-kinetic approach will enable the support of the people towards eliminating crime in the state.
We have seen that the operation using the kinetic approach would not guarantee successful conduct of this exercise, and that was why the non-kinetic approach was also adopted in line with the kinetic one. The non-kinetic, which involved the civil organizations, traditional rulers, the locals and other stakeholders who have supported us since the commencement of this exercise, has made us to identify them and to show a little effort of appreciation.
He tasked the students to shun all forms of social vices, especially cultism and drug abuse.
He also enjoins you to be law-abiding, shun violence, shun cultism. Don't take any substances that can harm your health. You are the leaders of tomorrow. When you take drugs, it's going to affect your health. It's going to affect your brain. You will not do the right thing.
7 secondary schools benefited from the book distribution, while community members and a charity home got food items. Some beneficiaries expressed gratitude to the Nigerian Army for the gesture.
I really want to appreciate them because they've really ended their life, they really changed their life because they have helped most students which their life has been battered and be tattered, which they are having the mindset of doing those things.
Many have been planning to go astray, but with the advice from you people, you have taught us a lot and we appreciate.
May God bless Army people when they bring food for us.
Justice Ehun, Rstv News.
To other matters now, this year's Light Up Nigeria project has kick-started in Tai local government area, headquarters of in Tai local government area of River State. Gaspar Anili was there and filed in this report.
Declaring the event open, Chairman Tai Local Government Council, Honorable Friday Mbakbone Okbe, expressed appreciation to the members of the Light Up Nigeria project for the initiative to mobilize the indigents and galvanize support from the government to alleviate suffering and hardship in the country. He noted that his administration will continue to support individuals and organizations geared towards impacting positively in society, which has given rise to the council's assistance to ensure the fruition of the group's set objectives among his people. The Thai Council chairman, however, advised his people to take advantage of the exercise and opportunities provided them to improve themselves and become importers of products within their domain.
To a large extent, is a means of providing subsidy. And like you can see, the mammal crowd available here, they have come and they've been enlightened and they are ready to key into the template that have been laid out by the Light Up Nigeria. He has mentioned setting up of cooperative, organizations and units. My people are ready. Some of them already have an existing cooperative certificate with them. The economy is hard and every little thing means a lot to our people. So whatever you are introducing to them should be something that will add value to their life.
On his part, national focal person, Light Up Nigeria Project Awesin Atuma, explained that the group partners financial institutions to make provisions of soft loans, grants, account acquisition, skills training, development, and creating industrial revolutions, as well as providing POS, agents banking, and other financial services in line with the CBN cashless policy. According to him, the vision is to connect and integrate Thai people on the campaign to get involved in the 20,000 people of the financial scheme.
It's a total financial breakthrough, it's a total financial asset acquisition. Every village should have a point of financial assets. Yam, it's needed. Our ginger, turmeric, garlics, who can export these things by adding value to it. So Light Up is partnering with the commercial banks to fund these projects. In Europe, Americas, they're looking for Nigerian products.
Some participants had this to say.
We key into it and develop it. It will help us at least to send some hunger strife from the society away.
If the money reach from my hand now, I will take the money now and do business to help my children.
Well, I also encourage them to try and do more than this.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
Now, in cognizance of the deplorable condition of schools, particularly primary schools in the state, resulting to unconducive learning environment, An American-based Ogoni cleric, Reverend Legbara Jumbo, has urged the River State government to swing into action for the immediate rehabilitation of all primary schools in rural areas. The Ogoni-born cleric said all primary schools in Kana local government area are unconducive for learning due to their dilapidated status, such that the local government authorities overlook them. Reverend Jumbo, who frowned and condemned in strong terms the pains the pupils are passing through, said much attention is not given to educational institutions in River State and called on political representatives at both the national and state assemblies to liaise with the government in fixing the primary schools in the areas of concern. He opined that the future of the pupils should be of great concern to those in authorities and should do the needful in order not to frustrate the future of younger children. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on YouTube at Rstv Online and Facebook at Rstv22PH Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our rises to 136. Details will be brought to you as we return after this break. Stay with us.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
3 emerging artists, 4 mega producers, 3 record deals with Empire. Do you have what it takes?
So if you want to take your craft to the next level, grab your front row seat to the Pepsi Music Academy.
This one is for the entire music ecosystem.
Wherever you find yourself in the music spectrum, this is for you.
Pepsi Music Academy, in partnership with Empire, is Nigeria's confirmed music development program, created to discover, train, and showcase talent. Scan the QR code on any of our cool interactive Pepsi bottles or visit www.pepsimusicacademy.ng to register for free and stand a chance to kickstart your music career with a 2-year record deal with Empire. Follow Pepsi_Naija on all social media platforms for more. Pepsi Music Academy. Stardom begins here. Pepsi. Thirsty for more.
I just want your papers, please.
Sir.
Salary don't enter. Yes, so. And month never even reach self. Na salary plenty, oh. No wonder I no gree collect roja from my hand. Shut up, sir. I'm here to bail my younger brother.
Happen.
With good laws,
Proper funding, training,
and cooperation.
if it happen.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back to more news. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said Nigeria is committed to methane emissions reduction by at least 30% by 2030. Tinubu stated this on Saturday in Dubai while addressing stakeholders at the ongoing Global Climate Summit, popularly known as COP28. Speaking at the forum on methane and other non-CO2 emissions reduction, Tinubu said Nigeria, as signatory to the COP28 Global Decarbonization Accelerator and having signed off as a member of the UN Global Compact, was working to achieve the AIM Summit. He assured the gathering that Nigeria would continue to be partner in progress in achieving renewables. Methane is a hydrocarbon that is a primary component of natural gas, is also a greenhouse, and as such, its presence in the atmosphere affects the Earth's temperature and climate system. Vice President Kashim Shettima has inaugurated the National Council on Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSMES, charging its members to utilize technology and other expertise to enhance the sector's growth. Highlighting Nigeria's commitment to improving job security, Vice President Shettima emphasized the critical role of MSMES and younger Nigerians in driving job creation and economic stimulation and recognizing the potential of technology. He urged members to leverage its power to streamline processes and enhance service delivery. The Council's mandate includes formulating policies to drive MSME development, fostering public-private partnerships, and promoting interagency collaborations. Members of the newly inaugurated Council include the Vice President as Chairman, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment as Vice Chairman, 2 governors from each of the 6 geopolitical zones, amongst others. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, has urged mortgage banks to adopt rent-to-own mortgage options and flexible monthly mortgage loan repayments as strategies to develop innovative mortgage products and make commercial loans more affordable. He also urged all bank chief executive officers to ensure that Nigerians within the low and medium income segments have access to affordable mortgages. The minister gave these recommendations while delivering his keynote address at the 20th edition of Mortgage Banking Subsector CEO's annual retreat in Abuja today. According to him, business owners should not see the provision of housing and home loans from a business and profit motive, but as a moral imperative to reduce the number of homeless people. He noted problems inhibiting the growth of housing finance, mortgage adoption, and housing delivery in the country, and stressed the need for innovation and creativity to implement solutions at every point in the value chain. And on the foreign scene, reports reaching us from Kenya say the death toll from flood-related incidences has risen to 136 in Kenya as floods wipe towns off the map. According to the reports by the National El Nino Emergency and Disaster Response Command Center, the number of households displaced stood Friday at 92,432, which comprises 462,160 people. Flash flooding in the nation's northeastern region continues to block major roads, flooding towns and villages. The floods have also affected livestock and agriculture, with acreage of farmlands submerged, while an outbreak of pneumonic cattle diseases rage on. Interior and National Administration Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo told the press that 10 tons of assorted food items have been airlifted to Wajir County, one of the worst-hit areas. He added that the Kenya Defense Forces have also airdropped food items in Isiolo County. On a sad note, the remains of late Elder Gibson Eminyono, also known as Elder's spokesman, and his wife, late Deaconess Grace Eminyono, have been laid to rest at their hometown, Eveko Odego, in Emohua local government area. Nnamdi Olumini reports that they were buried according to Christian rites.
Delivering a sermon at the funeral service, the officiating minister, Pastor Paul Peter, who spoke on the topic, "How will I be received when I return home?" said the question is not about death, but how we will be received when we die. He said the only way to be received by God is to fear him and keep his commandments, noting that as long as one dies in the Lord, there is a resurrection morning, which is the hope of every believer. The preacher who read from Psalm 102, verse 4, described the couple as devout Christians who spend their lives in the service of God and humanity, and urged members of the family to remain united and keep their legacies.
If I told you a Christian, you are believing Jesus, not by title. You are believing Jesus. You know that death is kind of a translation to another realm. As far that you died in the Lord, there is a hope of resurrection money.
In their separate biographies, late Elder Gibson Emeonu was described as honest and straightforward, bold and courageous, and a defender of truth and justice, while his wife was remembered as very caring, humane, humble, and mother to every child other than her own. In an interview, some relations and members of the family, including the chief mourner, Emeka Emeonu, and the director of planning, research, archives, and documentation of Rivers State Television, Lydia Manjo, also extolled the virtues of the deceased.
I cannot estimate how much I missed them. I miss them greatly, indeed, because they are my greatest companion. I miss them so much. I see him as a great man, as a hero.
The good things that we can talk about him is that he encourages us, he advises us. He never allows us to go and fight a fight that will be against us. He doesn't like us looking for trouble, that if he goes into it, it will be against us. He always likes us to be quiet and be respectful.
There's a hole, a very big vacuum, and I have not seen anybody now alive who will be able to replace that hole or vacuum the death of my brother has created. He was able to unite all of us. That's one legacy. He was able to create good relationship. If somebody offends you, offense is such that he will go and fight. He will fight for you.
Late Elder Gibson Emeonu died at the age of 80, while his wife, late Deaconess Grace Emeonu, was 73 years. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
We pray that their souls will find eternal rest. And now to end the news, another look at the major stories. But before then, remember that if you love and care about River State and her peace, you must build and take her to greater heights, because it is a task you must accomplish. Don't forget, you can watch Rstv News live on YouTube at Rstv Online and on Facebook at Rstv22PH Online. You can subscribe, click the notification bell, updates on our live feeds. And now a reminder of some of the major reports. River State Governor Alaye Fubara has signed a memorandum of understanding for the development of 20,000 units of affordable houses for low-income earners. President Left has reiterated Nigeria's commitment to method emissions reduction by at least 30% in the year 2030. Also brought to